My name is Regina Black-Lennox, and I'm the Executive Vice President and COS of the Sattell Institute. The mission of the Institute is to promote corporate social responsibility, and there is no more shining example than our honoree. It's my privilege and my pleasure to introduce Terry Zeigler, the President and CEO of DataCap Systems Incorporated and the founder of the Zeigler Family Foundation, the 2020 Community Partner Award winner. This partnership is so important as it provides the financial resources that impact more than 4,000 students every year, helping them be better prepared for their own financial futures. So now, let's go to Terry and our student ambassador from Junior Achievement as Terry accepts his award. Congratulations, Terry.
Hi, I'm Jonathan, an 8th grader at Eisenhower Science and Technology Leadership Academy, and I am halfway through the JA Personal Finance program. I've learned about expenses and income and how I will use them in the future, and I am excited to interview Terry Zeigler of the Zeigler Family Foundation, who made that programming at my school possible. Hi, Mr. Zeigler.
Hi, Jonathan. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I've got a few interview questions for you.
Okay.
The first one is, what is the Zeigler Family Foundation and why did you partner with Junior Achievement?
Well, about 8 or 9 years ago, my wife Joanne and I talked at length about how we might be able to give back to the community. And we decided the best way to do that was to develop a private foundation that would house some money to fund the implementation of financial literacy programs. We believe that a lot of the problems we see in today's world are a result of people not being able to handle their finances properly. So we created a personal foundation and we started to put together a program to go out and execute that vision. And it turned out, we found out we were in over our heads pretty quick. So we actually hired our daughter, Janelle, to run the foundation. And part of that process was to find a partner we could acquire the materials from to implement this program. When we went into the school districts, we found out that it was going to be a challenge to get the school districts to accept anything that wasn't already well proven. So in order to gain their trust, in order to accelerate the program and scale it, we went out in search of a partner and materials. And after interviewing a number of people that had materials available, we decided that JA was a perfect fit because not only they had the materials, but they also had a great reputation that the school districts were all well aware of. And that's how we really connected with Junior Achievement.
So now the next question is, why do you think young people need to understand financial literacy?
Well, I'll ask you a question, Jonathan. Do you get an allowance? Do you have a job? What's your situation?
I get an allowance once a month.
So do you save that money or do you spend it right away? How do you handle your money?
I save most of it and then I'll keep some if I need to spend.
Well, that's terrific because I'll tell you what, Jonathan, everything you touch in your life is going to involve some kind of financial literacy skill, whether it is dealing with how you're going to save that allowance or you're going to spend that allowance or whether you're going to get a credit card or whether you're going to buy a car. Everything you do has some kind of an impact there. And you've often heard, I'm sure, the concept that rich people get richer. And that's seen as a really bad thing in today's political environment. But the reality is it's true. And it's true because rich people save their money. They invest their money and they make their money work for them rather than them working for their money. And I think that's the lesson you'll learn as you go through your life. And it's interesting because not only will it impact you from your own personal wealth standpoint, but it also have a significant impact on your career. Because when you go out looking for a job and you get involved with your employers, what you're going to find is that they'll look at whether you're making good decisions in your own personal life and determine whether they can trust you to make decisions for their business. And from that standpoint, if you're making really bad decisions, you're going to hurt your career. If you're making really good decisions, you're going to help your career. So it's important not only in your day-to-day activities, but it's important for your future career also.
Okay. So now I want to ask you, what do you see as the role of community leaders in education?
Again, when we started this process, we saw this as a generational problem that would require a generation solution. So when I say that, I mean that this problem has existed for many, many, many years. and will require a lot of years, a full generation to solve. So if you look at why that's the case, the reality is that many parents don't have these financial literacy skills themselves, so their ability to pass them on to their children is quite limited. And what we even found out more so was that many of the educators out there also do not possess those skills any more than parents do. So to the extent that we can count on the parents or the educators to deliver this financial literacy skill set was probably asking a bit much, at least in a generational solution. So from our viewpoint, we think that the entire community needs to be involved. And that's why we kind of engaged not only junior achievement, but also local businesses, financial services organizations, community organizations, because we felt that everybody was needed to solve this problem, but more important, everybody benefits by a good solution to this problem, so everybody should participate.
So now my final question for you is, what did you want to be when you grow up?
Well, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I'm not sure yet, actually.
Well, I wasn't either. The truth is I would have liked to have played professional sports, but I didn't have the skills to pull that off. So I made sure that I did my work in school, got my studies right, got to college, made sure that I got those grades right, got prepared to go out and get a job that would actually produce an income for me. Now, I will tell you that I had summer jobs working for entrepreneurs. I worked for a guy that had a scrap metal yard. I worked for a guy that had a real estate development company, was a home builder. My grandfather also owned his own plumbing business. So I was exposed to a lot of people that owned their own businesses. And I kind of liked the way they lived their lives and what they did and how they behaved. And I kind of got the sense that that's something I'd want to do. So I helped guide myself down that path a little bit by making sure that I went to school, and I wound up with a degree from Bloomsburg University with business management background.
Well, I want to thank you for being here with us so that I could interview you.
Well, you're welcome. It's nice talking to you. Good luck in the future.
It was nice talking to you too.